Good evening, I'm Joe Skrzyszewski.
And I'm Sarah Onward. Thanks for joining us. A Minot woman says a SWAT team broke down her door and held her at gunpoint on Sunday afternoon after a fatal shooting took place downtown earlier that morning.
Jamie Council joins us with more. Jamie?
Thanks, guys. The police had a search warrant, but the woman says she's not sure what the probable cause was. I spoke to her and the Minot Police Department about what happened. Lynette Bintliff says she was just lying in bed when a SWAT team broke down her door and stormed in.
Just the door got kicked open really loud, and all I seen was a gun, like a long, the long barrel guns. And a storm of SWAT team members came running in, and they had their guns pointed at me, and one of them tackled me and handcuffed me.
Bintliff says she moved into the apartment in October. Because of a fatal shooting 12 hours earlier Sunday morning, police had no-knock search warrants for a handful of addresses, including hers.
The warrant for that apartment was supported by an affidavit of probable cause, which was then reviewed by the State's Attorney's Office and a judge, as all the warrants were.
Never having a run-in with law enforcement prior to this incident, she was shocked and thought someone was simply playing a and a
judge. As all the warrants were.
Never having a run-in with law enforcement prior to this incident, she was shocked and thought someone was simply playing a
and a judge, as all the warrants were.
Never having a run-in with law enforcement prior to this incident, she was shocked and thought someone was simply playing a cruel joke on her.
I was pretty much bawling at this point. I didn't know what was going on. I kept telling them, I think you have the wrong person. I thought someone had played like a prank on me. They didn't say we have a warrant for this place or anything until the police officers showed up.
What was happening here when you came home?
When I came home from work, the SWAT team was in the yard. I was told to go around this parked vehicle, by your vehicle over here, and enter my apartment.
Besides being held at gunpoint, embarrassed in front of her neighbors, and not told much information, Bintliff says she was mocked by the officers while she was handcuffed at the foot of her bed, waiting nearly 40 minutes for the officers to decide what was going on.
I don't think I deserve to have my door busted in, having guns pointed at me. They threatened to kill my dogs if they did anything. And they were making fun of the way I screamed. They were laughing at how high-pitched it was. And yeah, they were just laughing and chatting like nothing was going on out there, and I was in here crying. I didn't know what was going on. They still hadn't told me anything.
The Minot Police Department says officers were just doing their jobs, and because of the nature of the crime and the investigation to find the shooter, the SWAT team was necessary.
I'm not at liberty to discuss an ongoing investigation. There was reasons why the warrant was served at that residence. She's not facing any charges and is not considered a suspect.
Her ordeal lasted about an hour, but it's an experience she says she'll never forget.
Not facing any charges and is not considered a suspect.
Her ordeal lasted about an hour, but it's an experience she says she'll never forget.
Not facing any charges and is not considered a suspect.
Her ordeal lasted about an hour, but it's an experience she says she'll never forget. Bintliff moved out of the apartment on Sunday night and into her parents' house and says she would like an apology and is also speaking to her lawyer about a legal claim. The Minot Police Department says it is still searching for the person responsible for killing 30-year-old Roger Filana and injuring a 43-year-old woman Sunday. Syra?